Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the next chapter of your biology. Your next chapter will be biological classification. After taxonomic categories and taxonomic aids, there is need to divide the whole living creatures into a particular group at a large extent, so that many scientists, philosophers, as well as scholars with the passage of time work on biological classification to classify the organism on the basis of similarity and dissimilarities among them. And with the invent of new discoveries about the cell and their components, there is more mastery get unreveals, more mastery get unreveals, so that the complexity of structural and morphological variations become very clear to classify the organism on the basis of their mode of nutrition, cellular organization, as well as other morphological characteristics. Then students, in your syllabus, very few mode of classification, or you can say that type of classifications have to study, which are given by following biologists. Now we will discuss here about the kinds of classification which are given by the philosophers as well as the scientists. First of all, there is two kingdom system. Two kingdom system of classification was given on the morphological characteristics of whole living creatures as animal and plant. Next, after that, the second theme of the classification was three kingdom system. Three kingdom system. And next one is four kingdom system. Four kingdom system. And at last, the five kingdom system. Kingdom system was given by the scientist we will discuss here. If we are talking about two kingdom system, then it is very clear that the first kingdom is kingdom plant B, including all types of plant species, and another is kingdom Animalia. That includes the whole animal world, or you can say that all kinds of animals, either they are heterotrophic, unicellular or multicellular, prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Now students, one thing more interesting, after defining both kingdoms, when and how this system of classification give the father of science, father of biology, and also father of zoology, Aristotle. Yeah, student. Aristotle at first proposed this system of classification, and further it put forwarded by the father of classification as well as the father of taxonomy, Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus put forwarded it, this system of classification during 1758. Yeah, the time was 1758. During this time, Carolus Linnaeus classified this system of classification on the basis of morphological characteristics among both groups. If we are talking about the plants, plants are autotrophic. They have ability to synthesize their own food. They have most peculiar characteristic, the presence of cell wall, which is very rigid and consists of cellulose. Whereas if we are talking about the animal, kingdom Animalia, the animals are included in this kingdom. They are heterotrophic. They represent heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Their body is covered by a thin unit membranous structure known as cell membrane, or unit membrane, or plasma lemma. Thus, this is the basis of comparative differences through which the Aristotle and Carolus Linnaeus put forward this two kingdom system of classification. Now, Ernest Haeckel in 1866. In 1866, naturalist and biologist Ernest Haeckel considered about the microorganism and the distinctive characteristics of microorganism. He find that most of the microorganisms do not possess the characteristics of animal or plants. Then he put forward the system of classification or biological system of classification in a new kingdom with the presence of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, and other such as viruses and cyanobacteria like organisms. Then a new kingdom was arises. He named this kingdom it is very interesting to know that what is the name of this kingdom. he coined the term protista. What, students? Protista. Pro means primitive and tista means the microorganism or the organism which can be visualized under the microscope. This is the protista. It contains unicellular, prokaryotic or eukaryotic organism which are mainly heterotrophic. Now the rest of are similar as the plantae and animalia. After him, Copeland. Yeah, it is the name of a biologist. Copeland in 1956. Copeland in 1956 observed the distinctive characteristics in plant. Usually we know that plants are autotrophic and they represent the autotrophic mode of nutrition. They synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis. But some plants like organism, he observed that they represent heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They feed upon the dead and decaying organic and inorganic matter. But appears plant-like. Then, after comparative study, Copeland found that what should he do to separate this kind of organism from the kingdom Plantae, but he does not find any kind of perfect support to classify it other than the Plantae, and he called them non-photosynthetic plants like organism. But when he considered again about the protista, then he found that in protista most of the organisms are present which are unicellular and prokaryotic, whereas few are unicellular but eukaryotic. Then he find a base to distinct the kingdom protista into a new kingdom, that is Monera. Yes, students, in four kingdom system, the new kingdom among the living world was discoursed by Copeland was Monera. In Monera, he classified all kinds of prokaryotes. All kinds of prokaryotes which are unicellular and their body is made up of prokaryotic cell. Example: bacteria, cyanobacteria, are further he classified Archaea, eukarya. We are discussing more about Monera cat topics. Rest are protista, the eukaryotic unicellular, like protozoans, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. Next, the third kingdom, Plantae, and the last one is Animalia. Their characteristic features are similar to the three or two kingdom system of classification. Only the variation or variability among the organism gets separated or filtered one by one into the new kingdoms. Now, the work done by Copeland on kingdom Plantae, but unfortunately cannot be completed. This work was completed by the father of modern classification, also regarded as the father of modern classification, Robert H. Whittaker. Robert H. Whittaker. In 1966, sorry, 69, not 66. In 1969, Robert H. Whittaker, with the distinctive characteristics of non-photosynthetic plants, which feed upon dead and decaying organic and inorganic matter and easily grow into the organic remains of animals and plants, that are called fungi. What? They are called fungi. These does not contain chlorophyll, pigments, or you can say that plastics. That's why they have not ability to synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis, or you can say that they doesn't possess the ability to self-making food due to absence of chlorophyll. This is the new system of classification represented by the Robert H. Whittaker. Now, this system is termed as the five kingdom system. I will write one by one these kingdoms. The kingdom Monera for bacteria, cyanobacteria, archaea and eukarya, ancient and modern, both type of bacteria. Kingdom Protista for eukaryotic unicellular organisms like protozoans. Kingdom Fungi, the heterotrophic, unicellular or multicellular, as well as prokaryotic or eukaryotic, as well as some kind of fungi also possess a cellular type of body organization. Next is Plantae, and the last one is Animalia. Thus, students, R.H. Whittaker gave these five kingdom system of classification, which is based upon three main heads: complexity of cell, cellular organization, and mode of nutrition. Some other morphological characteristics are also mentioned here by the R.H. Whittaker. Thanks, students, for joining today's class.